Thinking about the state. The state is a political form of organization of society in a certain territory, a sovereign organization of public authority, possessing an apparatus of control and coercion, to which the entire population of the country obeys. Wikipedia. This means that the existence of the state rests on the following principles. There must be a people, that is, a multitude of persons. The people must inhabit a certain and limited territory. It must be subject to a single legal authority. The generalized mission of the state is to maintain the rule of law, protect human rights and freedoms, finding ways to mitigate and overcome existing contradictions between all kinds of social forces to social compromise between different sectors of society. The state institution is being pushed towards significant modernization by changes in the minds of people about the state. If earlier, practically throughout history, the state was perceived as something dominating over people, surpassing them in strength and subordinating them, today there is a complete revolution of this paradigm. Now the state itself is perceived as a set of institutions that allow society to function smoothly, serving for the benefit of citizens, and political power and people in power no longer represent anything that makes the people tremble. There was a desacralization of the state and power. Mistrust in the rapidly aging state institutions has grown in society. The wave of the formation of totalitarian and authoritarian regimes that swept in the 20th century makes people wary of the activities state entities in order to prevent a repetition of the sad experience. The apparatus of control and coercion, which obeys the entire population of the country, is the forcible collection of taxes at rates which people cannot discuss. This is the production of laws at the speed of a frenzied printer. The laws that the state churns out to read, and it is impossible for an ordinary person to comprehend. Laws contradict each other. Interpretation of laws is blurred. There is a proverb, the law turned like a dropper there and left. In the modern world, the role of the state is reduced to the distribution of tax revenues, including through the generation of inflation, printing money. The bulk of taxes is collected from the middle class. A small part goes to the needy. A huge part goes to maintenance state apparatus. The rest of the money goes into the pockets of the rich through government orders, support for manufacturers, helping corporations in difficult situations. The whole conflict between man and state is reduced to the creation of immoral laws that violate human rights and freedoms. Such laws are criminal, and therefore should not appear. I recall the basic rules of morality. Deal with others as you want to be treated with you, the golden rule of morality. This rule is rigidly connected with the rights and freedoms given to us from birth. The right to interact, association, cooperation. The right to dispose of property, health, time. Freedom of speech and belief are inviolable. Violence is a punishment for my freedoms and actions with my rights without my consent. Violence against rights and freedoms is a crime. Righteous violence against the offender is required. Right means to dispose and use. Freedom is without restrictions and without punishment. Any limitation of freedom is a framework of what is permitted. The sense of freedom in this case disappears completely. Join a group of noble, moral people. Links in the description. Introduce your friends with this information. See you next time.